Hi guys, welcome back. My name is Nyla, and if you're new here, this is mylatriesit. In this video, I'm going to be talking about my Miami trip that I took for my best friend's birthday, and she's equally as obsessed with fragrances. And we went to a Middle Eastern fragrance store, and we also went to a really high-end niche fragrance store. I'm going to be talking about those two today, and then I'm also going to do a part two of our other little adventures in Miami and what we did there. I used to also live in Miami, so we went to a bunch of the places we would always go when I lived there, and a bunch of new places that have popped up since I moved. First place I'm going to be talking about is Oriental Aromas. They have a huge selection of Middle Eastern fragrances, and this popped up after I moved, so she's been going and been sending me videos, and I've been so jealous and finally got to go. I'm going to be putting clips and stuff over here so you guys can see it, so I just decided to move to this side of the camera. So just as a disclaimer, I wanted to touch on the name of the store real quick because it's called Oriental Aromas. I know Oriental is not a word that should be used. However, in Spanish and in Portuguese, Oriental literally means Eastern. Like, I'm Brazilian. The only way to say Middle East in Portuguese is Oriente Médio. That's it. In Spanish, same thing. There's no other connotation attached to it. If you're not familiar with Miami, Doral has a really large population of Latinos. I used to live there myself. I'm Brazilian, and a lot of places greet you in Spanish when you walk in. So I understand why they use Oriental Aromas, because a lot of places, some of the words are in Spanish and stuff like that. So people passing by, they would be like, oh, it's Middle Eastern perfumes. So I just wanted to put that out there because I don't think they were trying to use that word in the English sense, but just more catered to the majority of people living there. The people there are super nice. My friend goes all the time. I'm so jealous that she gets to go see all the new releases. I'm just pulling up some videos. All right, so I'm going to put some videos here of it. They have a huge layout of a bunch of different fragrances. They have a huge range of fragrances I had never even heard of myself. Have it like separated into two different sections. You walk in, there's one section, and then you go through, and then there's like this part right here is almost like the second part. So it's like one part and then like two walls of perfumes and then another part. I will touch on some fragrances that I really like. We have Oud Al Saqr by My Perfumes. I had never heard of this one. This ARABIYAT Prestige fragrance, Intense. It is very unisex, but I absolutely loved it. This one that a lot of people have been talking about, it is supposed to be similar to Devotion. I really liked it, but I didn't think it was a complete spot-on dupe for it. We also have the Tiramisus. I personally didn't really care for either one of them. I know one's supposed to be a dupe for Bianco Latte. However, I have the ARABIYAT Prestige Nyla Vani-Elle, and I actually got this one from orientalaromas.com. They also have like a wholesale price, so if you buy $350 or more, they have a huge discount. So like fragrances that are $40 come out to anywhere from like $15 to $29 depending on each fragrance. So that is an option if you want a bulk order. Just to clarify, I'm not sponsored by them or Osme Perfumery that I'm going to be talking about now. Eclair and Chocolat Addict, it was fine. Neither one of them really stood out to me to warrant trying them or sampling them. This one, Bombshell, was really good. I can't really remember in detail what all of these smell like, but I took pictures of all the ones I really liked and wanted to revisit. So I'm just sharing ideas with you guys. This one here, You Are My Fire, is a dupe for God of Fire. Man, this one smells really spot on. I'm buying this one for sure. This one I like. I don't really remember anything about it, but I honestly remember really liking it. The Odyssey, this pistachio one, I really don't like. I know it is inspired by a Dubai chocolate and all that stuff. And in my next video, I'm actually going to be talking about the Dubai chocolate that I tested in Miami, where you like open it and it has like that creamy pistachio inside. But the perfume I did not really like. It was a little sickly sweet. Same thing with this Limoni fragrance, not my favorite. This one here, Club de Nuit Imperiale, smelled super spot on to Delina. I was really impressed. It smelled really strong too. I really like this. This one's by ARMAF. This one's a LATTAFA EMIRATI, similar to Antique. I was surprised I didn't have this one in the store, but this one here smelled really interesting. I don't know if I'm gonna need a sample of it. I think I actually have a sample of it that I have reviewed. It smelled really good. I don't think I'm gonna be purchasing a bottle, but I liked it. The Pisa, the Leaning Tower Pisa one, smelled amazing, but definitely more masculine. It's a really good fragrance for men. LATTAFA Lean was also really good. I've heard some people talk about it, but not a huge chunk. I also have a few other ones I wanted to highlight, so I'll put them up. I think these, so these ones I think are actually inspired by the, I could be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure they're inspired by the Louis Vuitton fragrances, and they smelled so good. They're both very, very unisex, if not slightly masculine leaning. I really like these. I think I really like the green one specifically, but both were really good. I have Eternal Touch, which was really good. I'm right now I'm more in like the masculine section of the store. And then here we have the new LATTAFA Ethereal, which I have a bottle because I smelled it there and I loved it so much. I got a bottle. We also have the new LATTAFA Camera Ducan, and I actually really like this one. Out of the 3 cameras, this is the only one I'd probably actually get. I don't know if I'm 100% sold on it, but out of the 3, I don't really like the other 2. I've talked about them in previous sampling videos, but this one was really good. And I'll put some other, just some more videos of the store, and it's a really nice store. I really liked it. The last one is this one. It's the ARABIYAT Oud Al Saqr. Really interesting fragrance. This is probably going to be one of my top new Middle Eastern fragrances that I will be either sampling or purchasing. Alright guys, so we're moving to Osme Perfumery, which I am so in love with. Not sponsored at all. The store looks like from the outside. So Osme Perfumery is located in Wynwood in Miami. Super artsy area. I'm going to put some other videos of us walking around and stuff up here. Just a bunch of cool little places. We got happy hour margaritas, and we had a great day just walking around and smelling a bunch of perfumes and stuff like that. Previous location was also in Wynwood. Beautiful location as well. It's probably only a couple streets over, but this new location I think has more room to put more fragrances. So the store itself is honestly so beautiful. When I sent a snap to my fiance, he thought I was in a candy store. Every time I go, my friend and I spend hours in there. The owner's super sweet. Shout out to him. His name is Maurice. He's so patient. He really loves to help people find like fragrances that they've never heard of or super unique and they wouldn't try anywhere else, and he has amazing recommendations. Every time I've gone there, he's put me on a new fragrance that I had never even heard of and was blown away by it. It is honestly insane how many niche brands they have at the store. So these are some of the Ormond Jane ones. Arabesque, I actually have a little sample of Arabesque here. I mentioned this in my spring and summer video. So they gave me like 2 little samples of ones I was completely blown away by. I'm gonna show them in this video, and then I ordered about like 30 different 25 to 30 different samples of the ones that stood out to me. So I'm going to be doing dedicated videos to those, and also some like house overview videos. So this one, for example, Arabesque, is an Ormond Jane fragrance. I ordered about 6 or 7 little samples of the Ormond Jane fragrances, so I will be talking about all of them in that video. Some videos of us walking in and what to expect when we walk in. There are literally fragrances everywhere you look. It is amazing. So some of these are the ones that really stood out to me. I got samples of them and I'm going to be doing reviews. So this one here is the gold one by Liquid Imaginaires. I really liked this one when I sprayed it in the store. My friend did not like this fragrance that much. When I first sprayed it, she liked it after we left the store, and it had sit on my skin for about 10-15 minutes, but she initially told me I smelled like a very clean wet dog that just took a bath. And I'm probably not really convincing anyone of this fragrance, but this one to me really stood out. Probably shouldn't even be telling anyone that because no one's going to be excited to smell it, but she did take it back afterwards. Top notes of saffron, mandarin orange. Middle notes of solar notes, orange blossom, carrot seed, jasmine, coriander, and base of vanilla, white musk, and Broxton, lavender, woody notes, and patchouli. I think the saffron is honestly what she was picking up on, which is an interesting note to say smells like clean wet dog, but anyways, I digress. And then I also have here Valaya Exclusive. I briefly talked about Mystique Bouquet before in comparison to Valaya, but I'm going to save my thoughts of Valaya Exclusive because I'm going to be doing a video comparing Valaya Exclusive, and the Mystique Bouquet. This is Oriana by Perfumes de Marly. It's super girly and sweet. It smells really good. I don't know if it's worth the price tag for me, honestly. I think this price tag, it needs to be super unique. And here I am spraying Calda by Lark. I also heard about this from Paulina Shar, and it smells like passion fruit. And if you know me, I love passion fruit. So this one was definitely one I really, really liked. Really good summer fragrance. We took some really cool shots of just the store in general and walking around and the experience of being there. It smells so good in there, let me tell you. It smells so good in there. But you do start becoming a little nose blind to it after a while. So here I am spraying ZAKAT by Wynwood. This was one of the 2 little samples I got when I was in the store. I already went through the whole little sample, and then I ordered on scent split 5 ml, which was like $40 something, which is insane, but this smells really good. It's like an ambery, cozy cocoon of a fragrance. The fragrance itself, I think, is worth close to the price tag, maybe not the full amount because it's a 50 ml bottle and it's, I think, $260 or something crazy. But however, the longevity on this fragrance is not very good. I only got about like 3 hours max, and I tried overspraying it too. I don't know if I become anosmic to it and maybe other people are smelling it, but when I spray fragrance, I do want to also be able to smell it. And because of that, unfortunately, I would not consider getting a bottle, but I did really like the fragrance. This one here, Amar's Decisions, it is a newer release, but way too spicy for my taste. I didn't really like it, but a lot of people are talking about it. This one, Amar's Love Delight, I really like this one. I have a little sample of it. It's just an insane price tag, but it smells wonderful. Did get a little sample of this one, Musky Mortel. Ooh, this smells like something cinnamon and edible. Okay, I know what this smells like and I know why I like it. It smells like a pumpkin loaf cake with raisins. Super edible, really good. I could see people not liking it because it is very gourmandy, in my opinion at least, which is interesting since it's called Musky Mortel. It's not what I anticipated when I smelled it. But now this one is the Lune Feline Extrait by Atelier des Jours. It's so good. I just talked about it in my spring and summer fragrance. I have both the original and the extrait version. The extrait version was the one that really stood out to me. I sprayed it in the store. I honestly thought this fragrance was going to choke me up, but this in the heat was so beautiful. It just projected so nicely. The heat really made like the notes shine through. It's honestly not one I thought I would wear during summer, but this is easily going to be a summer fragrance for me. Now between the Lune Feline and the extrait version, for the most part, they are like 95 the same. The only difference is the concentration, really. I really wanted the extrait, but I found a really good deal for the original Lune Feline for like $109. And the deal I found for the extrait version was $194, which is almost like a $100 difference. So because of that price difference, I did go with the original. I'm now overspraying it and pretty much get the same effect. And here she is in all her glory. A good number of perfumes on my channel I have gotten at Osme Perfumery. They have good holiday sales like Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day, stuff like that. It's usually 15%. So I have gotten a few fragrances in my collection from there directly. However, sometimes if I find a really good deal, like $109 for this is insane. Honestly, couldn't pass up. But especially the really unique fragrances in my collection, I get a huge number of my samples from Osme Perfumery because they're usually in like the 5 to 7 range. Now, BDK Imperiale. Oh my God, this fragrance. Oh man, this one blew me away. I did order the little sample from Osme Perfumery, went through the whole thing. Like I mentioned in my spring and summer video, I'm down to here. And I got this on scent split because it's a 9 ml, and I now need a bottle, and it's sold out in a lot of places, which is annoying, but this is a wonderful spring and summer fragrance. It's so beautiful. It's very similar to Guidance, but significantly fresher. Another discovery was the Xerjoff Cruise del Sur 2. I did mention this one pretty in depth in my spring and summer video. I did end up getting a bottle. So I did get this pre-owned on Mercari. Sometimes, especially for these Xerjoffs, for me, it is really worth it. I got Starlight off of Mercari as well, unrelated to going to Osme Perfumery. These are 50 ml bottles, but this is easily going to be the fragrance I wear the most during summer. It really shines in the heat. If you want to hear more about this one, I'll link the video. I did a review on this one down below, but this was one of my favorite finds from that trip to Miami. I did smell a few other Xerjoffs that I really liked. This one right here is really fresh. It's more of like a masculine one. This bottle is really pretty, this blue bottle. More masculine, but easily unisex. Veronique Gabai is a fragrance house that is really slept on. This Oud Elixir by Veronique Gabai honestly really reminded me of this Shanghaif Oud Elixir by Swiss Arabian. Very similar, and they're both very easy ouds to wear. All right, guys, sorry everything looks different. My audio actually cut out on the last video and I didn't get to do my little outro. Well, I did get to do it, but you can't hear anything. So hope you guys enjoyed part 1. I'm going to be doing part 2, which isn't so much perfume related, but it's all the fun things I did in Miami. And if you're going to Miami soon, I talk about a lot of other things that you could be doing there too. So stay tuned for that, and remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.